This is Cougar Cassius, take 900. Dave Coldwell here at the Village Hotel. No one's going to know what was going on beforehand.
Never.
Involving Frank Smith.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mentioning no names.
Mentioning no names, absolutely. Sort of a successful night for you. You had 2 wins and a draw. Bit frustrating. Did you think Nathan Smith did enough to win that fight?
I thought we nicked it on the last round, but it was close enough where it could have been a draw. But I did think we just nicked it. But listen, whenever it seems lately a run of my prospects going on to matchroom shows either get bumped off or getting draws, you know, it just seems to be going that way at the moment.
Say no more.
But we got 2 wins.
2 wins.
And a draw, still unbeaten. So, you know, not too bad.
Let's talk about your first fighter, which would be Tom Knight. Moved to 5-0 tonight. Looks impressive in stages Tom did tonight.
Yeah, the kid that he boxed coming off a good stoppage win, and he's very dangerous. In fact, he boxed on one of my shows at Manchester and dropped an unbeaten prospect a couple of times. He's a good test for any fighter. Tom's been out for a while. It's his first fight with us, so it was good for him to go out there and get the win. I thought he boxed well, boxed really well. Nice, slick moves. A couple of little occasions where he stepped round and fired off a sneaky left up. Just needs to go up through levels a little bit more.
Robbie Davis Jr got the stoppage win in the end.
Yeah.
A couple of knockdowns towards the end of the fight, and then the referee brought the contest to a halt. So you know, we've seen glimpses of Davis Jr in his short career so far, but I think there's a lot more to come from him.
Loads more to come. The kid's talented. He's very, very talented. Unfortunately, people don't seem to want to be fighting him. You know, your usual suspects that you can put your prospects in against. They're not. Or the managers, the trainers are just turning down the fights. You know, left, right, and centre. So it's very, very hard finding him opponents that are gonna come and have a go. We want proper fights for him. Unfortunately, it's very hard to look good against a guy that's just like a crab, closed shop, wings them in every so often. It's very hard to look good against. The kid's got a lot of talent, and he can punch a little bit as well. He's not a one-punch knockout merchant, but he can punch. He punches hard enough to hurt these people. So you know, seasoned fighters, veterans, they just want to close up shop, get through the rounds as much as they can, without taking punishment. When you see him in against guys that are there to win, that's when you're going to see the best of him. We're ready to step. But he's fighting on November 28th on our show in Manchester. I'd like to get him somewhere. I would like to get him somebody like who Darren Hamilton fought in his comeback fight. That was a good test for Hamilton. I think it'd be a good fight for Robbie, because the guy comes to have a go and leaves gaps. After that, next year, I want him fighting for an English title. You know, whoever's got it at the time. I think Hibbert and Tyler are fighting each other. I think that's what's going to happen. If we can get the winner of that, fair enough. We just want some real fights. We want people that are going to come and have a go. Robbie said it himself. He would fight Dave Ryan tomorrow. You know, he would fight Dave Ryan tomorrow. Not because he doesn't rate Dave Ryan. Dave Ryan's a good fighter, very, very good fighter. He's proved that. But Dave Ryan will come and have a, you know, he'll come to win. You know, that's what we want. One guy will come to win at light welterweight. I think that's when you're going to see the best of Robbie Davis. He reminds me a lot, not particularly stylistically, he doesn't box like him, but in the early stages of Kell Brook's career, it was very similar, where the minute that these guys get hit, they tighten right up and they go into a shell, and it's very hard to look sensational coming through, you know, against them sort of guys. And he does little moves that remind me a little bit of Kell in his thought process, how he'll pull a trigger really fast off a little side step, a little pullback. You know, the kid's got bags of talent, and I think, you know, when he's in those fights, in competitive fights, you will see the best of him.
Okay, well, like I said, it was a good night for you. Like I said, a little bit of, like I said, disappointing. He didn't lose, but you know, draws one of them
Thing is though,
the
thing is, it's like what I said. It's not always about the result. I know it is, but it's not always about the result, because it could have won the fight and it'd be a stinker, and I was like, oh, that was crap. But it was in a draw. It was a cracking fight, a really good fight. Crowd loved it. I think it sold about £9,500 worth of tickets. You know, everybody stayed behind and enjoyed the fight, and he's gone away with a draw. I think fans would rather see a fight like that than just a straightforward, boring win, to be honest. You know, and the rest of the show was good as well. I've enjoyed it. It's been a good show tonight.
Yeah, it's been a good show.
Yeah.
Just a quick word on Coyle and Campbell. Obviously, Coyle sensationally knocking out Katsidas.
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I like Tommy Coyle. Got to know him well over the last couple of years. Davies fight and so on, and then boxing on the same bills with Abby Curtis and stuff. And he's a really nice kid. He's a really nice kid, and got a lot of time for him. This fight, I know Katsidas is not the Katsidas that you know we all remember. But the thing is Tommy's been down with body shots. Tommy's been down with head shots. So coming into this fight, I was really worried for Tommy. I thought, you know, Katsidas comes out charging and lands something, he's going to do him. And I'm absolutely over the moon that you know he boxed really well, and then took him out with a great shot, a great finish. You know, that's what we wanted. But I wasn't sure it was going to happen. Luke, I called it right. I did say either 5, 6 or 7, and he did him in the 5th, and you know that was a great fight for him, because Brizuela came and brought it and really gave it a go. It's just that Luke's a class operator, and he's got a great boxing brain, and he can adjust as well. So yeah, I think that was a great result for Luke. It made a bit of a statement. Listen, they both made a statement really, so it sets up a really good fight for him in Hull in the future, and that'll be an absolute blockbuster here. It'll be absolutely huge.
Absolutely. How's Jerome Wilson?
Thank God he's doing really well. Talking, walking, you know, texting. He's even tweeting again now. And he started his rehab. So he's been moved across from the Hallam Hull General, where he started his rehab. And I know they're talking. He texted me yesterday saying that they were day before yesterday. Sorry, saying that they're talking about him possibly leaving hospital in the next couple of weeks, because he's making great progress. He had his assessment and everything, and what they expect him to be able to start doing and working on now. So yeah, it's great. But you know, it's great about, you know, how the fans and how boxing people have got behind him and supported him and stuff like that. It's been brilliant. It's such a relief how he's ended up. You know, it's what, when something like that happens, the only thing that you can pray for is that they end up like Spencer Oliver. Spencer's just like us, you know, you just don't fight anymore. So Jerome looks like he's going to be like that. So thank God. So yeah.
November 22nd quickly approaching.
It's flying. It's coming up so quick. The thing for me, it's not the Friday that I always think. Because the balance of the week for me is where it topples is Thursday, and I always think it's Thursday again. It's Thursday again. And now, you know, it's 4 weeks tonight. 4 weeks tonight. I think they've had a few too many. It's always a bird that's had a drink. It's always the loudest in the room. 4 weeks tonight. We're gonna be, you know, at Echo Arena. It's gonna be bouncing. It's gonna be great.
Tony's been sparring with Stephen Simmons.
Yeah, amongst others. Yeah, freshened it up, changing it up. But Simmons is a good lad. I like him, and he's a big lump. He's a strong guy. Keeps coming forward, and keeps throwing, which is what, you know, for this week, it's what we wanted. So we've had some good rounds with him, some really good rounds. But you know, like I said, we're changing it around, sparring somebody different next week. We were sparring people different the week before, and where he's at now, I couldn't have wished for him to be as far on and in as good a shape and performing like he's doing, you know, right now. I couldn't wish for that at the beginning of the camp. He's looking very good. Trainers always say shit like that. Oh, he's looking great, he's looking this, he's looking that. 100% nailed on. He is looking great. I'm absolutely over the moon with him. His work ethic, the fact that he's improving all the time. He wants to improve all the time. You know, he's not doing bad for a fat lad.
Alright, well listen, we're certainly looking forward to that.
Yeah, can't wait.
Whole show on the 22nd.
We had a good week filming with Sky for Behind the Ropes as well, so there's going to, you know, they're doing all that and everything, so it's going to be good. Yeah, it's going to be a good build up to the show as well.
Good. Alright, Dave Coldwell, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Is that my phone? Oh, cheers.
Thank you, sir. Look at this. Where's the service?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Amir Khan. Whoa. Amir Khan versus Kell Brook.
Yeah.
Who wins and why?
Amir Khan versus Kell Brook.
Yes.
Kell Brook stoppage anytime he wants.
Really?
Yeah. He's a big puncher, isn't he? He's my boy.
Okay, I've got another question for you. Amir Khan versus Marcos Maidana in a rematch.
Where's the rematch taking place?
Oh, in Vegas.
Probably Khan.
Yeah?
Yeah, could stop him. But I like Amir.
Okay, one more. Amir Khan versus
Alexis Sanchez.
No, Devin Alexander, which is supposedly the fight.
I'm hoping to go to that
On the 13th. He goes everywhere.
I'm hoping to. Well, I'm hoping to take Cal. Thinking. I think Khan probably beats him. No, it's not like I'm not taking him on holiday. It's not a break.
It's a working holiday.
We've needed a break, me and Cal.
It's a working holiday. Khan will knock Alexander out.
I think, yeah.
He will knock Alexander out.
I think he beats him.
By the way, that was Anthony Lever.
Hello.
Press
I was
officer
just
for
coming over here to
Metrum.
give you your phone, your drink,
Thank
see if you
you.
wanted anything else.
We just wanted to see how biased you were working for Metrum. That's all.
Very biased.
Yeah, he's entitled to be, I suppose.
Obviously.
Especially on camera.
It's pretty standard.
He doesn't want to be down the job centre tomorrow, does he? On Monday.
I think it's a great fight for Amir.
Great fight for him.
Probably would have rather seen the Guerrero fight.
I was hoping for
Would have been
Guerrero
more
fight.
exciting
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good
Stylistically
fight for Amir to take. He could have fought him last year for the world title.
Yeah,
Half messed around with the Floyd thing, but
some might say better late than never.
no, absolutely. I think it's a decent fight. He's a decent name. And, really
I like the look of him at welterweight as well. I thought he looked a lump.
Looked strong against Galazzo, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It looked a lump. Yeah, really has filled into division. So sometimes, you know, you've got to think as well is maybe if we're struggling that much to do light welterweight, is that what makes such an impact on his ability to absorb a shot? Because we know that that's what happens. You know, he looked sturdier, he looked better at welterweight. Now, if you make Amir Khan a little more sturdy and be able to absorb shots more, he's a hell of a fighter because he's got the hand speed, he's got the boxing ability. You know, he could be a major player at welterweight.
We're looking forward to going out actually to Vegas hopefully for Khan. There's a top ranked show on the same night as well. They're going head to head, aren't they?
Oh, right, yeah.
Top rank and Golden Boy going head to head with Bradley and Diego Chavez, Korobov Lee, and I think Oscar's got a fighter on as well on the top ranked show.
Yeah.
So he reckons he's going to go over to that and then go back to his show.
Listen, if Top Rank and Golden Boy are starting to work together, it's only good for the game.
I think what I heard this from ringside actually, that they're going to work around the times of the main fight, so people get to watch both of them if they want to.
That's good. Not like tonight where there's three shows, three different channels.
I know.
Yeah.
It's good, but no one wants to be flicking through 3 channels. Do they? It's great that there's 3 channels doing it, but no one wants to be sat there at home missing rounds of this and missing rounds of that. There's a lot of, you know.
Sometimes at the end of the day, TV gives you date, and that's your date. That's what you can go with. So it's not. People think that it's the promoter's fault. You know, Eddie and Frank are putting shows on to clash all the time. But bottom line is, if Sky have given Eddie dates, they're the dates that he has to go with. He ain't got a choice. If Ennis has been given dates off of Channel 5, that's his dates, and that's terrestrial TV, so that's gold dust. So if he's given them dates, he can't really change anything. Frank's got Box Nation, so really, yeah, he decides. I suppose he decides what dates he goes with. You know, if you can go different dates with these shows, then it's better.
Well, do you know what the best thing was? I'll tell you the best thing was that the Liverpool show was moved from the 29th to the 22nd because
that was a sensible thing to do.
That was a good thing that happened because
you went against Billy Joe. Everyone wants to watch that. I want to watch that fight. You know, I don't want to be in corner with Tony against Coldwell, watching it on my Sky Go.
What, in the corner? No, but I'm glad that that happened because it's like.
Yeah. Who do you think wins that one?
Who? Billy Joe and Billy Joe and Chris Eubank. Do you know what it is? It's like with Chris Eubank, it's like you can see that there's undoubted talent there. The only thing is, you do have to look at the 17 or the 18 now, who won tonight again, 18 opponents he has. He's had 2 less fights than Billy Joe, and Billy Joe in 20 fights has captured like all the titles below European level and below. So opposition wise, you'd give it to Billy Joe, but then Chris Eubank is packing a lot of power in his performances. I don't know.
Is it? Listen, I think he hits hard, but he's not a dynamite banger. He hits hard, but not a one-punch knockout merchant. Billy Joe, for me, he's going to be a tough bastard. Right? No doubt. I've got no doubt about that. Masters are tough. He's not particularly a big knockout merchant.
Not a one-punch banger.
But he's got some serious ability. He has got ability.
Quick hands, good footwork. Yeah.
And he's had real fights.
Yeah.
And I think a small percentage of me actually thinks, do you know what? This could actually be like, not talking about the fight itself, Ben Eubank, but I mean in the fact where we're all wanting, well, majority of us are wanting Billy Joe. Yes, I wanted Billy Joe Saunders to win, 100%, right? So majority of us are wanting Billy Joe to win, but the bad guy, another Eubank, is he gonna pull off the win? And I've just got that niggling thing. But I do think Billy Joe Saunders wins if he can keep his emotions in check and be disciplined. Then I do think that his real fights will come out, and that'll be the difference in it. But I can't wait for it, and I really hope Billy Joe wins. And Fury against Chisora, that's a good fight as well. I'm looking forward to that.
Alright, do you know, I tried to end this interview on 10 minutes, it's now gone to 18.
Yeah.
Alright, listen,
that's Lever's fault.
A few more videos, yeah, Lever's fault, yeah. Alright Dave, thanks for talking to Rifle TV, and best of luck. I suppose I'll catch up with you next, probably.
Are you at my show November 14th?
14?
Yeah.
I'll be in Dublin.
Oh yeah.
For Macklin Highland.
Fucking
Coyle and Campbell, Dave Coldwell, IFL TV. Maybe just coke in there, Dave.
Cool, I'm driving back.
Safe trip back. Cheers, mate.
See you later.